Hiya folks, I'm Grim and welcome to Grim Grooves. Today we'll be checking out another Sewerperson album, MPH. I'm really curious to check this out because this is supposed to be entirely rap focused, and I haven't checked out much rap or hip hop on my channel. A few songs here and there, but there's still a ton I've never dived into, and Sewerperson's music so far has been fantastic. I love the last album I checked into from him, and the other few songs I've heard have also been really interesting. So I'm really curious to see what the lyricism will be like here too, because the lyricism of his last album absolutely blew me away. And when it comes to rap, obviously the lyricism is typically the most important part. So I'm really curious to find out what this will be like. But make sure you hit the like button and subscribe, because I've still got so much more to check out from Sewerperson going forward, as well as so many other things. I'm always diving into new stuff. And also, if you'd like to request something, you can request it down in the comments, or through Patreon tier 2 or 3. This one's actually a request from Patreon as well, so thank you all for your support. But without further ado, let's check out League of Problem Solvers, the first song from MPH from Sewerperson.
Sewer.
The melodies.
So here's the message I'm sending out to Jabari on the beat.
Finish the bottle of baby, I'm up in this booth and I'm ordering more. I got some money on use for fun, if I don't, then what is it for? Passive aggressive, I'm leaving you here to be angry as long as you want. I got some prize myself and I try to make more than I already got. Baby, I'm under attack, they shot my brain, they shot my back. How could I ever relax? I don't even sleep, I don't even nap. People I knew from the jump, they switching me now and they all on my ass. Even inside of my dreams, I'm trying to work, I'm trying to trap. Need you bar your back, I'm seeing no waves under attack. Girl, don't be like that, 'cause you know that I'm busy, I'm right on smack. I told my blunt my head and I hop in a Buick and push down flat. I could be here all the time, I know that you dripping, I hit when I'm back. I pop out his on his way to clean up in his budget. I walk by this kush, my son just like blueberry muffins. I smoke cause I love it, my bitch love it too, who doesn't? Buy it, I just dropped it, put us right back in discussion. She like how the fabric feel, she like the LV buttons. I like how the steering feel, and I like the way it's cutting. I can't find my phone, but really I'm waiting till it's out buzzing. I know what to say right now, and I'm better at saying no. Into me, before my heart dies, you can get me right. I just know, baby, lean into me, and for the last time, whisper in my ear how I own it, baby. Take me.
Interesting. This feels very kind of stripped down when it comes to like the melodies and things like that, but they work really well. Like the individual like heavy synth drum beats, the boom boom boom, like they're so impactful because there's just not that much complexity to the beats behind that. Like the individual like synth melodies we get coming in here are also really interesting. Like again, it's not the most complex beat overall, but it works well for a rap song like this. Like typically rap songs, it's mostly about like a solid kind of rhythm in the background behind the rapping and stuff like that. And so far his vocals are pretty solid here. Like I wouldn't say this song in particular is the most standout of anything I've heard from Sewerperson at this point. Like it's mostly just talking about like him and his girl smoking weed and hanging out and things like that, and it's like there's nothing wrong with that. Again, it's very like rapper fodder, the type of thing, like very kind of surface level. There hasn't been that much complexity overall, like, but we're just in the beginning, right? This is the very, very first song of the album, right? So there's a lot more to go for sure. Like we've only just begun, and there are some interesting lyrics here too. Like it's not all bad or anything like that. I'm not saying it's bad at all, honestly, but it's just not as outstanding as some of the songs we heard from his last album, because there was some absolutely insane lyrics there. But anyways, let's get back into it. We got a long way to go, so let's get
on my word, I know it's worthless as a way. And just like you, I'm struggling to find purpose in this state. No online blunts in the venue, I carry my pain on my back like a jersey, I'm wearing my brand. You heard what I said, but I say it again. I just pop on the stage, I'm laying my hand down. Finish the bottle of baby, I'm up in this booth and I'm ordering more. I got some money on use for fun, if I don't, then what is it for? Passive aggressive, I'm leaving you here to be angry as long as you want. I got some prize myself and I try to make more than I already got. Baby, I'm under attack, they shot my brain, they shot my back. How could I ever relax? I don't even sleep, I don't even nap. People I knew from the jump, they switching me now and they all on my ass. Even inside of my dreams, I'm trying to work, I'm trying to trap.
Interesting. Leaving with the synth melody. if those were establishing elements to the next song, or if it's just completely disconnected and that was just an ending kind of thing. But it's an interesting song. Again, it's like just the struggles of dealing with things in life that get you down, but at the same time, like, it wasn't, again, the most heavy song. It wasn't the most kind of lyrically complex. There were some good moments, like I said, but overall it was just kind of a bit of a catchy opening to the song and kind of establishing like the kind of life that Sewerperson's leading, or at least the character in this album is leading and things like that. And I'm curious to see where we go from here, because I don't know. I mean, the lyricism so far, it's not bad. Again, I'm not saying it's the worst or anything like that. It's just, it's a lot of very surface level things, whereas I'm expecting throughout this album we'll get touched on like really kind of deeper, more heavy topics and more subjects and things like that. But I guess we'll see. Again, I know nothing about it. Overall, it was a fairly catchy beat, don't get me wrong. Like, the melody and things like that, and also the lyricism, like, even though not complex enough for me just yet, it was still solid. Like, it was a decent enough song, right? It's not, again, I don't think it's going to be my standout, like, best song of the album or anything like that, but it was a good, like, opening to the album. So I'm curious to see where we're going to go from here. So let's step into the next one, which is Swap the Phones. Here it is. All right, let's check it out.
Her voice will always full whenever I find my breath. This last time that I'll call you back, and this last time I even make the effort. My coat's hung up at home and I could finally rest. And okay, swap the phones, let's see how sad you get. I like to take my shit on first and get it out my chest. It's just too much stress, and I'm inside my head just trying to find my chest. And 83 floors out, these worries hurt me less. On rainy nights, I take my deepest breaths. And this the last time that I call you back. Oh, you know it's nothing but landmines and it's thread of text. She told me she promised I'll get mine, but what's left to get? I'm beaten down to a fine pulp and there's nothing left. But once again, it's all my fault and I sweet the mess. On late nights, I can feel time stall as I roll this blunt. I take this puff and sit to watch nightfall as I slowly numb. And all this pain I feel keep telling me I'm the only one who feel it. I was the highest in a room, now I'm the highest in a building. Still I couldn't feel it. I need something just might kill me. It's hot in here too hot, I don't get how the walls ain't peeling. I look up from my phone, expect a mist till on the ceiling.
Damn, so far, this one is definitely more what I'm looking for when it comes to lyrics. Like, I'm inside my head just trying to fight my chest. Like, 80 floors up, these words hurt me less. Like, the rainy nights keep, I keep deepest breath. That's a bar that really sticks out with me. Like, the rainy nights keep it deep. Like, there's some really good lyricism here so far. And it's also, you could tell that it's based on, like, real experiences, or at least putting his head in the place of someone who's kind of going through a breakup or going through like a tough relationship or something like that. Like, anyone who's been there can relate to these lines, right? And it's only the first verse, but we're already kind of being drawn into this world and this story and this character and things like that. This is more what I was expecting from Sewerperson when I first decided to check out this album, or was asked to check out this album. Like, it's more what I'm expecting, because he has some great lyrics, especially when he goes into it, right? Like, because anyone could do more like surface level, like, oh, I'm just hanging out with my girl smoking weed and like trying not to deal with the stress or the problems or whatever. And alongside this, it makes a little more sense the context of the first song, right? It's like, the entire song might just be like about difficult relationship. Even this vehicle, like, it could be like, oh, the car crash is like a metaphor for a bad relationship and stuff like that. Like, it's very possible. Again, I'm just spitballing here because we're only 2 songs in and we've only heard the first verse of the second song. So I mean, but I don't know. I mean, this just has already stuck out to me as more of a kind of a compelling song than the first one did. But again, the first song was still pretty solid, don't get me wrong, but this is just, it's drawing me in a lot more. And also just the individual like synth beats we're getting in there, like individual like singular beats. It's interesting because like they stand out a lot more because there's only one at a time kind of thing. It's well done. And also the kind of sampled female vocalist in the background that's kind of repeating, that's also really nice. I don't know if it's supposed to like represent the girlfriend or something like that here, but regardless, let's check out the chorus and see what else there is here.
Her voice will always full whenever I find my breath. This the last time that I'll call you back, and this the last time I even make the effort. My coat's hung up at home and I could finally rest. And I stopped with tolerance breaks and started thinking less. These drugs will on my feelings like a Teflon vest. And I got some years left in me before I could catch up, yeah. I like to take my shit on first and get it out my chest.
Okay.
So what's next? I'm just a walking shell, I work, not do my best. You finally hear Zombie land, well, more or less. We all that some years ago, now we just exist. This pattern work has overcome everything that I used to know. This cloud is hugged like a wedding ring to my daily rose. My voice is killed as it's leaving me and I'm overlooked. It would take the ear of a deity to be understood. This one page of many, I'm not going anywhere. You could hear my voice get carried swiftly through the air. 3 blocks got sewage on this a second pair. And I try to ask for help, but I don't like the way they stare.
You got no fucking idea what it's like to be number one.
There's that that sampled female vocal that I talked about in the beginning. That's always something that really stands out, or it can work really well in a rap song. I feel like in a hip hop song, like just a female, like solid female vocal line in the background. This one wasn't the most pronounced or the best example of that I've ever heard, but it still helped. Don't get me wrong, because overall, again, the beats in this song weren't the most complex, but it was a lot more interesting lyrically and complex when it comes to the actual like structure of the song than the last one was. Like individual beats, like I said, the individual like heavy beats we got in certain moments really kind of carried a lot of the weight of the intensity of the song, and also the lyrics, of course. The vocals were also amazing, like Sewerperson's voice and like using the like vocal modification he uses or whatever. Like it works really well for the rap style vocals, I feel like. I mean, there's a ton of rappers who use this kind of like soundscape, this kind of sound style for their voices, and I feel like it works really well for Sewerperson. I really liked it in his last album too, or the other album I listened to anyways. It's not new or anything, but it was the last one. But I'm starting to kind of be sold on this so far. Like, this is only the second song in, but it definitely was a lot more what I was expecting, what I would I guess like what I'd want from a Sewerperson album. Like, even though I've only heard one, I've only heard a couple songs. Oh, yeah, I'm far from an expert at this point or anything like that, but just in terms of the lyricism we heard in the last album, this is more what I was expecting, more what I was looking for, and I'm really enjoying this so far. Like, we've only just begun though, so there's a lot more to go. So check out the next song. On to the next one, Leak 6. I'm curious what this will be about. Maybe it'll continue on with the like story of this person and their relationship, or who knows. I guess we'll see. So let's get into it. These first two lines.
So here's the message I'm sending out to Jabari on the beat.
I already sensed it, curl my bloodshot eyes. I read this blunt, not pulling apart, the venue I already fried. Just me in my mind, like, I feel the temperature rising in here. I feel myself getting higher in here. I'm way too geared to be catching no vibe in here. Lately it's nowhere to hide in here. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I could've been like 6 foot tall, the weight I'm squeezing inside this bench. It's only 2 seats, I don't got any friends. I pulled a brake now with the corner, feel the rubber, let go on a brick and mortar. Doing alright for pot smokers. Sweat in my hand, need a fire poke. I wrote this paper up under the cushion side and making my body numb. Let's go. I'm trying to fuck you, I promise I ain't leaving into the whole body.
That bass.
The table got reds and clumps. I read this bong and I need me some oxygen. Like pronto, I'm flying, I'm dodging the potholes. Just killing me, making my eyes close. I'm just adjusted to time zone. I'm on the 747, it's over the ocean. I'm going over the bro code. I come to find that you filled up with dirty emotions. I couldn't worry about who got me. I knew you forever, but what is it worth? If you do me dirty, they doing me worse. I need this blood to be soaking his shirt. Let's go. Every time it's so stops ruining my night. Let's go. Let's ping my phone so much it's like a nightlight. Let's go. What's it worth me smoking if I don't get high no more? I think you purposely trying to fuck my life up for sure. Every time I reach out, I just get my arms smacked. Let's go. 25 shows, I'm leaving a tarmac. Let's go. I rock this shit, and I don't need no guitar strap. Let's go. Yeah, I miss home so much, but this just life on the road. My baby, I'm losing my grip with the two.
This is fairly decent too. So far, the lyricism, I mean, right from the very first verse, like, if I die tomorrow, I'm scorching the earth, I need some Ouija board up in this hearse, like, that goes pretty hard. Like, and overall, like, we got a lot of good lines here. A lot of, like, just the stress of, like, life on the road and things like that. Like, again, it's not the darkest song I've ever heard or anything like that. Like, it's not the heaviest of topics. A lot of, like, just smoking weed to deal with stress, which, I mean, I get. I've been a stoner most of my life, so, I mean, I can relate. But the beat in this one is the most complex that we've heard so far in this album. Like, the complexity of the synth melody is really solid here. And then we have, like, another voice line, but this is a male voice line in the background, and that works really well too. Like, it's more of like a choir almost, and again, it works really well. I feel like backing the synth melody carrying us through this song, and the individual like synth beats as well. Like, it's again not necessarily the most complex I've ever heard or anything like that, but it's a really solid beat so far. Like, it's really catchy in terms of like the actual melodies of the beat, like the actual melodies. Yeah, the melodies of the beat. It's solid so far, solid enough that I'm being drawn in more, significantly more than I have the last two in terms of the melodies. The lyrics are also fairly solid, like I said, like really well done so far. I'm really enjoying this. So let's keep going.
Many pills, I'm gonna be sick. I see a camera, I'm breaking a lens. No flash photos, I shouldn't be here. How much did this start doing in a year? Can't be too much, I'm sitting right here. I just don't think my habits enough. I'm already Dutch was far more cut. Maybe you got in my head. If it wasn't for you, then I would have been dead. I got these back and forth here in this lead. I'm turning the carpet and drapery red. And really, if nobody got me, I got me. But I prefer if you stay on my side. I got some problems and trouble to hide. And you like the only person I confide. When it all falls down, I'll be somewhere in the dust. Baby, lay that hand down.
That bass.
I see right through the blocks. And it's no escape now, cause I checked. It's locked down and we're next. So speak your mind with your chest. There's no point saving your breath. Firing mortars, you gotta choose if you fight or just hide in the back of the corner. Planning my torture. I see a car in my house and I know it's an enemy source. Baby, I'm losing my shit. I can see in my future. I'm deep in a ditch. Okay, hold on, now I got a pitch. I pour again, but I darken a mix. Every time it's always something ruining my night. Let's go. Let's ping my phone so much it's like a nightlight. Let's go. What's it worth me smoking if I don't get high no more? I think you purposely trying to fuck my life up for sure.
Okay, so there definitely was some darkness in the song, like, and not that that's the barometer for whether I like a song or not or something like that, that it has to be dark and real lyrics necessarily. I just tend to prefer when things are more from the heart or from, like, just real experiences or just, like, real, as opposed to just, like, superficial, like, look at my cars, look at my hoes, like that. Like, there's a lot of rap music that's very superficial. I'm sure if you listen to rap music, you're aware of that. But I tend to prefer when it's a little more substantial, right? Like, and this, so far, has a little more of the complexity I'm looking for. Like, there's definitely some superficial, like, but at the same time, like, I think the weed smoking is more of, like, a kind of therapy in a way. That's why he's bringing it up so much. It's, like, just trying to get your mind right when you're dealing with all kinds of stress and struggles and stuff like that, like, on the road all the time, and, like, don't take pictures of me, I'll punch out the camera, and, like, all that type of stuff. Like, the stresses of being out, and then you're also got this, like, this woman that you're with who's trying to fuck up your life up for sure, right? Like the fine line. Like, so it definitely makes sense. Like, there's a lot more darkness to talk about, like, again, coloring the carpets red and stuff like that. Like, there's some darker elements to this, and some more kind of real, like, emotional, like, struggles that he's going through, it seems like, or the character is going through in this. I'm not sure, again, if this is a character he's telling a story from, or if it's him and it's, like, actually just, like, the struggles he's gone through in his journey as an artist and things like that. It's very possible, but I guess we'll find out as we go on further, because this is only song 3, but this is a fairly solid one. Like, I really like the bass line in this, like, the individual, again, bassy beats we got were fantastic. The vocal lines, like the actual, like, background choir, like, voice lines were fairly solid as well. Like, there's a lot more complexity to the actual beats of this one, and I really like that. I'm hoping we get more of that going forward. Because, I mean, Jabari on the beat, I've never heard him before, but he keeps shouting about enough. I'm expecting some good things. Like, and they've been solid so far, solid enough, don't get me wrong, but the vocals have been more of the star, I think. Like, Sewerperson's vocals and the voice lines, like his singing in general, is just more of the star than the beats in the back so far. Though this one, again, had a really solid beat. So we'll see what happens next. So let's keep going. On to the next one. All right, next one, a falling star / aftergore. I'm curious about this one. More melodic one. Liking it already.
So here's the message I'm sending out to Jabari on the beat.
Soon as I got my claws free, I knew that I'd free my legs, of course. Slaughtering apart, and I'm sitting inside an aftergore. Now that I got my bags packed, it's not much I'll be staying for. Look at the sky tonight, 100%, you'll see a meteor. Really was I've been so evil as long as I know. She turn me up. Rap about this Q, buddy, hurry up. Whatever inside of it, burn me up. This coffin gon' give me a hernia. All this driven, you're blowing my mind right now. So I think it's best if I just lay down. There's blood on the walls of the club right now. Maybe I got a shot going out. Fuck. As soon as I got my claws free, I knew that I'd free my legs, of course. Slaughtering apart, and I'm sitting inside the aftergore. Now that I got my bags packed, it's not much I'll be staying for. Just look at the sky tonight, 100%, you'll see a meteor.
That's a great line. Just look at the sky, 100% you'll see a meteor. Like, yeah, just like, I'm going down, right? Like, there will be an explosion, there will be shit going down. Like, it's crazy. But fantastic. Like, I'm not sure exactly what aftergore is supposed to be referring to. Like, again, just like the after effects of the drama that went on, I'm guessing, or something like that. I don't know. They haven't really talked about that, I don't think. But regardless, I mean, this is a fairly solid one. Like, nothing really crazy standout. I like the piano melody we've got going on in the background, but overall, like, again, it's a fairly consistently, like, solid song, similar to the first and the second songs. Like, nothing too crazy just yet, but I do like what's there, right? Like, it's a fairly solid continuation from the last song, right? Like, they flow into each other really nicely too so far. Like, going from song to song, it definitely seems like it's like just this overall story of either this character or Sewerperson themselves, and like just the day-to-day struggles they go through in their life and things like that. Again, I haven't heard enough of his music to be able to tell whether he does like specific like albums for characters like the last one, because the last one was very much like a story, right? He was telling a story of this world and things like that, the other lands and stuff like that. But this one, it's hard to say if this is more like autobiographical or if it's more of just a character he's come up with kind of thing. I don't know. Regardless, it definitely seems like there are some elements of his real life that are kind of bleeding through into the art, which is typically what you want from an artist. But let's keep going, see what else there is for this song.
I keep doing, I'm fucked up, now I'm ready to get so much more. They just put a hand up, now I'm pouring out Grey Goose on the floor. I'm doing shit but track and get blitzed inside my house, of course. Me and Jabbar, you're back, this shit been brewing in me since coming for it. Let the concierge get you. I'm outside and it's pouring rain. You can take what I gave you, or you take back nothing, baby. Yeah. Shit, or you take it back nothing, baby. Or you take it back nothing, baby. I got my neighborhood up on my head. I hit this pitch and I'm breaking a bed. I got some friends that deserve to be sad. I know I'm good cause they can't all be mad. I'll try breaking it, bitch, you won't let me. I'll blow the door off his hinges for entry. I run my keys on the side of that Bentley. I could've killed you already, don't tempt me. As soon as I got my claws free, I knew that I'd free my legs, of course. Slaughtering apart, and I'm sitting inside the aftergore. Now that I got my bags packed, it's not much I'll be staying for. Just look at the sky tonight, 100% you'll see a meteor.
Okay, I get the aftergore now, I guess, because I'm slaughtering the party. I was thinking it more like metaphorical kind of thing, but if you're actually slaughtering a party, then you'll be sitting inside the aftergore, right? Like, so obviously it's all metaphorical, but at the same time, like, it just, I don't know, I just missed that element, so I guess the aftergore makes sense more. It's a term I've never heard before. Yeah, it's just funny because I love horror and things like that, but it's just, I don't know, I just never heard of aftergore before. But that was fairly solid. Like, I did like how it built over the course of the song, and even though there wasn't like really complex melodies or anything like that, like there wasn't that kind of, I don't know, just complexity in that avenue of this song, it was still fairly solid. Again, the building up of the piano at certain elements was really nice. The background melody, the synth kind of driving us through the entire thing was fairly solid. Like, there wasn't anything that standoffish, like that bad or anything like that about it. It just didn't blow me away like some of the other ones have. Lyrically, it was all right. It was fairly solid. There was some really good lines there too. Like, again, just the struggle of life on the road, life with a partner, life on and going to parties and like, I don't know, trying to use things, substances to kind of deal with the struggles you're dealing with. But 100% there'll be a meteor, right? Like, if I get hammered, if I go too far, then there will be problems. You know what I mean? Like, it's interesting. I'm curious where we'll go from here, because so far it's been the story of this guy who's, again, probably in a bad relationship, probably just struggling, life on the road and things like that, and like not necessarily in the best place mentally, but trying to deal with it using weed and drinking and whatever else. Like, fairly standard for an artist, right? Like, when you think of like a rapper, rock star, whatever, like, it makes sense, right? This kind of story that's being told. But I'm curious where we'll go from here. If there'll be like a crescendo, if there'll be like a finality of the story, if there'll be like, I don't know, we'll see. I'm curious. Let's keep going. All right, on to the next one. Love Bites. I have no idea what this will be about. Maybe more about the like toxic relationship or something like that, if that's what it was. Let's keep going. Ooh, I like that.
Hoodie on top my shirt, alone and some bench.
Sewer.
Load on top my 32 with my 12 bench. She might be a demon, but somehow
So
she
here's
having
the
sense. Soon as
message
I am
I'm
my breathing, she
sending out
reach
to
out, she
Jabari
bite my
on
neck.
beat.
Soon as I finish work, I'll be there in 10, I'll make it happen. I can't help but stare through this night, I'm out for grandma match. Every time we fight, I gotta remind myself you never mean it. I can't help but sip as soon as I do my cup and see it bleeding. I can't help but sip as soon as I do my cup and see it bleed. It's too hot in here, I'm trying to recoup, but I couldn't breathe. I fucked up my dose and now the drug alone controlling me. I need you to lift me up and trap up at the soul in me. Trap up at the soul in me. I got 20 bucks in a pocket on my diesel jeans. I'm just trying to do whatever I can to be one. I could buy a D and relax while you holding me. Never in my life did I think I'd be a zombie. Marks on my hands, I think doomsday upon me. Burns on my back, scratch marks on my face. I got bruises on my waist, but I'm still so cocky. Late nights, so could you help me with my heart? Cause I can't tell the bad apart from the good anymore. Even if I could, would I wanna know which one I am? It's hard. Hoodie on top my shirt, alone and some bench. Load on top my 32 with my 12 bench. She might be a demon, but somehow she having sense. Soon as I am my breathing, she reach out, she bite my neck.
Interesting. Again, there's definitely some elements of like a toxic relationship or something like that going on here, but fairly solid so far. I really like this one. Like the again, looped beat, like I don't know if it's a female and male vocalist doing the like kind of background vocals there, but they're fairly solid. I like that kind of like auto-tuned vocal loop going on in the background behind the vocals because it just adds a little something, like just extra melody to kind of focus on. If you're not going to have crazy complex melodies in the beat itself, it's good to have kind of a looped element like that. I feel like it works really well in rap songs like this. And it was fairly solid. I like that. And also the synth beats we have going on here are also fairly good. Like I'm really enjoying the synth elements we're getting in here, like because again, there's not the most complexity overall so far. It hasn't been the most complex when it comes to the melodies we've gotten. Like there's usually like a fairly solid kind of drum kit bass line kind of going, or percussion beat going on there, and then we get like a solid like synth melody or two, and then the vocals. Like that's usually it. Maybe we'll get like a background track, like a repeated voice line like we got in this one, but overall it's just not the most complex of songs I've ever heard or anything like that. But it's not that this is a bad thing necessarily, because the vocals, the lyrics carry a lot of the weight, and they're really good so far. The lyricism is exactly what I was hoping for, so I'm curious where else we'll go from here. But so far this one's fairly solid. I'm liking this one.
Yeah, so it's next. Facts on my head and she wrapped around my head, oh no. But I can see you trying, baby. If you couldn't wait, then how the fuck I stand a chance on my own? Harboring at the people here hate me. Fine having shoulders around you until it's elbow. So it's next.
Yeah.
I say, oh, it's next. Trying to take it left, I know you trying to take it where I don't wanna go. You keep trying to take it personal, that game plan starting to get old. I'm inside the basement, I'm starting to grow mold. I've been here forever, what's a couple nights more? So I keep waiting here until I'm part of this floor. She restored her feet and I just watch her blow. She might be a demon, but somehow she having sense. Soon as I am my breathing, she reach out, she bite my neck.
Damn. It's a great line. She might be a demon, but somehow she having sense. More synth melodies today, so see, like I like the heavy synth like beats like that last one we just got before I paused, or like in the chorus you got like the heavy like whom whom whom, like it's a heavy impactful beat that really stands out because of how infrequently or frequently it's used or whatever. Like I don't know, it just works for me. I like that element. Again, it would be nice to have more complexity to it. Like there's elements of greatness in terms of the melodies and stuff like that. Like, and also it kind of, I don't know, maybe it's just a like sign of the times or whatever. But like whenever I see like or hear in a song, like as good as an artist, as good as a producer might be, when they're shouting at themselves in the beginning of a song, it's, I don't know, it's kind of tacky to me. It's like ever since like back in the day with like, we the best, like, I don't know, like things like that. It's like, it's kind of cheesy when you have like, whether it's the vocalist or the producer themselves calling, like shouting themselves out in the beginning of a song. I don't know. It just feels tacky to me. I get it. It's a way for them to get themselves out there and stuff like that. It just, I don't know. It's like, I mean, I'm a YouTuber, of course. At the beginning of my videos, I say like, subscribe, like, but I don't know. It's like Grim Grooves on the beat, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It just seems cheesy. It's not something I'm a fan of, but it seems like every song in this is getting that. Like, and so far, Jabari on the beat hasn't really come up with enough complex melodies to be. I don't know. It's not that bad. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I just would like a little more complexity to the beats in the background. But to the pairing of Sewerperson's vocals with the melodies that are there, it does amplify it quite a bit. Like, they are a fairly solid song so far. I've liked every song I've heard so far. I just would like them to be a little more complex in terms of the melodies we're getting. But we're only halfway through, so we still got a lot more to go. So who knows? I might get what I'm looking for. And even if not, I mean, even without that, the other elements of the song, like, it's greater than some of its parts. Like, there's a lot of good elements here aside from that. So let's see what's next. All right, up next, another chance for Jabari on the beat to come up with a crazy beat, but this one's Migraines. Let's check it out.
So here's the message I'm sending out to Jabari on the beat.
Artist in my chest, I'm in shock, that ain't fake. Girl, if you tryna take it there, we'll take it that way. I always with his extra shit when drinking Bombay. Oh, you shut the fuck up, I'm getting migraines. All it takes some bullshit to ruin my day. I'm just trying to tie, well, you yell in my face. One put too much noise somewhere up in deep space. Every night I'm dying, but at least it's right. I run the stupid, it's hitting like 3 to me. I take this pill and boost on my energy. I don't take time out for someone to cover me. Off of my plate or whatever they feeding me. I just spent 10 nights alone. I'm in a whisper, I'm breaking my phone. I try to call you, but no one wants to answer. And I just said fucking, I'm letting you go. I just said fucking, I'm to my zone. Throw up my heart and I put in a song. I just said fuck it, I already tried to be nice, but I'm better off this than cold. So I just said fuck it, I already tried to be hot, but I guess I need more drugs. But this is my system, I'm feeling my element. Fuck it, I'm never gonna need more love. I think you should've thought this through before you type this shit out. This sentence. Now I'm just slapping inside of my head and I'm busting my weed up on top of that message. You know I seen this all before. Hated the first time, I also hated the second. It never changed for it. Just in my burst time, you gon' use it as left. I'm thinking like, how much more of this you got in the tank? Aren't you bored of it? Aren't you getting strained? Your surgery on its way, I might hit a vein. I don't know the strain, but you know it's packed with pain. I just hit my chest, I'm in shock, that ain't fake. Girl, if you tryna take it there, we'll take it that way. I always with his extra shit when drinking Bombay. Oh, you shut the fuck up, I'm getting migraines. All it takes some bullshit to ruin my day. I'm just trying to tie, well, you yell in my face. One put too much noise somewhere up in deep space. Every night I'm dying.
It's almost like they were listening to me, right? Like, it's always funny when I have like a big diatribe about a specific thing and then the next song I listen to has the thing I was talking about. Like, I wouldn't say that this is the most complex beat I've ever heard or anything like that, but I did appreciate the just heavy synth beats and the different layers of synth melody we had going on in this one. Like, there's a few of them. Like, there was the percussion beat we had going on. We had this like higher, like the main synth melody we had going through the whole thing. Like, and then there was another third synth melody over top of those. So there was a little more complexity to this one, like in terms of the actual melodies we got. So I appreciate that. I mean, again, I'm just hoping we get more. You know what I mean? Like, because it's very easy. It's very, very easy to make a rap song with just a very, like, mediocre beat. You know what I mean? Like, because the beat itself sometimes isn't the star. Well, typically the vocals are the star. The vocals, like, whoever's singing the lyrics and things like that are the main focus. But I feel like you need a decent enough hook, a decent enough melody in the background to amplify the actual song itself, right? You look at songs like from artists like Watsky or like Kid Cudi, or I mean, there's so many others, Ludacris. Like, they all have, many of their songs, most of their songs have really solid hooks, the actual melodies, the actual songs themselves, and the lyrics and the vocals and stuff like that over top of them just amplify the entire experience because it has the two together. But when you just have a mediocre beat, it's like the lyrics can carry the entire thing, of course. And I think when it comes to Sewerperson, he's good enough lyrically that his lyrics can carry the beat. It just amplifies the entire experience so much more when the beat is solid and the lyrics are solid, right? You need both to make it really something special. And I feel like at this point in this album, Jabari's kind of dropped the ball a little bit. Like, it's not at the same level, you know what I mean? It's like Sewerperson's vocals and lyrics are just on such a high plateau that you need a lyricism, or you need the melodies to kind of pair to that. And I feel like this song was a little closer to what I'm looking for, but maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just a little too picky, and I feel like there's just more potential that isn't being met because of the beats we're getting. But who knows? Again, we could get a lot more crazy shit going on forward. We're just starting. So let's keep going on to the next one. All right, on to the next one, Rosewood. And I did want to say, I'm not trying to like say that Jabari on the beat is doing an absolutely terrible job. As I said before, I just think that there's more potential to some of these songs that hasn't necessarily been met. And I'm hoping that by the end of this album, we'll see at least a couple songs that meet that potential I'm talking about when it comes to the actual beat in the background. And the Migraines really was fairly solid. Like, there are some elements of it. There's a lot that I've liked, but I'm just hoping that we get like that kind of that perfect one, the Goldilocks one that's just exactly what I'm looking for. But I guess we'll see. Let's keep going. On to Rosewood. A good voice line.
Here's the message I'm sending out to Jabari on the beat.
Need a beef home party, shovel work, this got so heavy. I can be around you, got so more. I can explain it if you let me. I can be around you, got so more. This year I'm too ready. I can be around these push no more. I can beat around the bush no more. I can hide inside the borough no more. This year I'm too ready. I'm going up and I'm touching the target, bitch, when I'm whipping a car on church. Oh God, I couldn't think anymore on this shit. Yeah, the fuck got me drawing on dying of thirst. No, you could've died, and what was it worth? A couple goodbyes and a face on the shirt. So I pour more. I pour four in this bitch, and I'm sending someone to get more. I check the score. I'm out the board in this bitch, and I'm taking out everyone, Lord. I promise to keep you there in my heart. Maybe someday I can send you a card to show you I really have done it. And I don't need that, but no, I don't want to send no bar. I got some bodies that's covered in tech. No, it's not raining, but you getting wet. I'm wearing something right out of the Met. I gotta be one of the safest of bands. Wherever I'm saying, I send my chest. Wherever the worry, I put her to rest. Wherever the function, I'm wearing my best. She hiding her phone, she feeling her text. Like, baby, I'm trying to paint you inside this backseat here, cause the lighting is perfect. I try to love you in every way possible. I'm getting love all over the curtains. I'm rolling blunts, turn my phone screen. I'm getting butt all over the surface. I'm getting butt, so I had insurance. Wherever you watch me, I know it's watching. I just swag the text we have for wardrobe, and I know you heard it. Everyone hate me, eggshell white, you print, so tired of watch my word. And baby, you think it's smack when I'm going up. That's why I'm scared to be speaking up. And I like the words when it's heating up, but I just don't think you got mean enough. Need to be for home party.
This one, again, lyrically fantastic. The beats in the background are also fairly solid. Like, again, I'm bitching a lot about the beats not being as good as they possibly could be, but I gotta appreciate when there are fairly solid beats here, and this beat is fairly solid. Like, it's not the greatest I've ever heard necessarily or anything like that, but it's probably similar to like what I enjoyed about Migraines. Like, there's a good backing voice line every once in a while. We got some solid kind of synth melodies going on. Like, there's some hooks here. It's just not as complex as it could be, but it's still fairly solid. Like, I'm not knocking it because it is a fairly solid beat behind the vocals here, which, again, I'd say Sewerperson's just one of those vocalists, one of those lyricists that their lyrics are always going to shine as the kind of star of the song, because it's just really complex, really interestingly put, really interestingly said, right? And they flow together really nicely and stuff like that. He has a good flow, a good lyricism. So the beat's always going to kind of take a back seat to that, but I just would like to see a beat that's on his level kind of thing, because it's like, I don't know, I just feel like it'd be better. But he's also got like so many albums and so many songs that I'm sure there are probably dozens, if not hundreds of songs that have exactly what I'm looking for. I'm just waiting for that to show up, because this one's, again, they're not bad. They're just not at the heights that I think they could get to, you know what I mean? But I am still enjoying myself. I'm still really enjoying myself. So this is a lot of fun. Let's get to the end of this one.
Never work, this got so heavy. I can be around you, got so more. I can explain it if you let me. I can be around you, got so more. This year I'm too ready. I can be around these push no more. I can beat around the bush no more. Come here, I can show you what I really mean when I say what
Sick. Shame that sometimes it seems like the end of the song almost has more of a complex beat than the actual song itself. Like this last little bit, I kind of wish we would have seen more of that in the song itself. But again, maybe it's just me. But regardless, I mean, that was a fairly solid one. I feel like this might have worked better at the beginning of the album, though. Like, I don't know if this is a consistent story that's being told, because it's like, it definitely seems like he's kind of just trying to like get women in this one, or like the idea of like just going to parties and I don't know, trying to meet women. But there's again many talks in earlier parts of this album about a kind of a girl that's causing him trouble, right, in some way or another, right? So it's like I'm wondering if it's like this is where they met, or if it's again just women in general, right? It could just be women in general. It doesn't have to be one specific one. It's just I don't know. I get feelings of some like talks like elements of toxic relationships being talked about before, but again, that could just be any random like women he meets on like the road and things like that. And it's overall like the album's called Miles Per Hour, so it's like maybe it's just an album about life on the road in general, right? Like the parties, the drinking, the drugs, all the type of stuff, and like all the struggles that go along with that, right? That's very possible. That, and I'm just digging deeper into like a actual overall relationship when it's very possible it's just a ton of different ones, right? Who knows? But anyways, let's get on to the next song. All right, on to the next one, Mosh Up. See what this one's all about.
I can't trust the words you're saying, and I don't like the games you're playing. No.
Nice bass melody.
You're so persuasive.
So here's the message I'm sending out to Jabari on the beat.
I'm not falling for none of that. I'm not falling for none of that. I'm not falling for none of that. This time, baby, I'm done with that. This time, baby, I'm done with that. I'm not falling for none of that.
Let's go. Doctor, remember I tried to needle through my pupil if I lie. Just to breathe this air inside my room will get you high. Once I got where they got there at 7 and 8 high. I feel like a monster. I'm fucking up the vibe.
Piano
I feel
too.
like a boxer. Punching and advice. I feel like a doctor. What's on me tonight? Remember they told myself from me so I could be the guy. This shit from Root Rockers. You take this shit, you die.
Damn.
Take this shit, you die. I tattoo and make me fly. Baby, I love the struggle. I love barely getting by. One more, I make drugs on slump. I could barely close my eyes, yeah. I could hear him talking like go check if he's alive, yeah. But I can't feel my face, swapping space on a tightrope. I've been down so long, you know I just had to break the cycle. As soon as I like the store, I make her sing just like Mariah. Girl, I know you bet on you got gonna pull the file. Let's pick.
See, this is what I'm talking about, right? Like this, I'd say, is the best of the album so far, in my opinion, in terms of actual melodies and stuff. Like starting off with this entire section here that we just got, like having that kind of different vocalist coming in, or maybe it was Sewerperson just with the kind of vocal modification and just like the way he was singing. Maybe it was Jabari. I don't know, but regardless, that's a really good voice line to start off with, and then right into the chorus with that voice line or elements of that voice line repeating behind, as we get this excellent bass line going on and this like repeated kind of percussion beat. Again, the drum kit percussion beat we get throughout most of these songs is fairly mediocre. Like it's not anything that's going to stand out necessarily, but it's a good kind of like bedrock for everything else to be built on top of. And in this song in particular, I feel like it's just doing a lot of the things I was asking for it to do before, right? Like there's enough complexity to the melodies and the lyrics and stuff that it pairs together really nicely, and it's hitting all the notes I was hoping it would hit. Let's keep going and see if the rest of the song kind of continues that trend, because so far, this might be my favorite from the album. I mean, we've got like 5 songs left, so there might be others, but I guess let's keep going.
Show me that fall off on the ground. These pieces on me got kicked up in the crowd. Few piece part of the story getting left out. Where? It's a few piece part of the story getting left out. Come back just for the night now. I planned everything out this side. Mask off, there's no need to hide now. Talk soft and try not to shout this side. Dark dirt, you stuck inside your nail bed. Just get up and think to reroute this try. I hate the backseat instructions. I'm blowing out the back of this fucking head this side. I believe drive this needle through my pupil if I lie. Just to breathe this air inside my room will get you high. Once I got where they got air, I 7 and 8 high. I feel like a monster, I'm fucking up the vibe. I feel like a boxer, punching and it vibes. I feel like a doctor, what's on me tonight? Remember they told myself from me so I could be the guy. This shit from real rockers, you take this shit, you die.
This bass line with just the vocals behind, really nice. Really good song. Honestly, like I said, I think that's my favorite from the album, and that exactly what I was hoping that we would get from the beat in the rest of this album. Like, there's been some good elements, don't get me wrong, but Mosh Up just in particular was just a triple hitter, right? Like, we had lyrics that are fairly heavy. It seems like it's talking about like cheating or something, like you have a girl that cheated on you or something like that. It's like, I'm going after the guy who cheated, or something like that. Like, some guy wronged him in some way or another, and he's not falling for none of that. He's not dealing with anything. Like, you know what I mean? Like, nobody's dealing with that anymore. But it was really interesting, like, this song overall. The beats were fantastic. The heavy kind of bass melody we had going on there was really solid. Like, I liked it. I liked it overall. I liked that it started and ended with this kind of, like, vocals here with the, like, I don't know, that specific style of vocals I really like. It was cool. I really like this one. Overall, Mosh Up is definitely my favorite of the album, and it shows that Jabari is capable of coming up with some interesting, complex melodies behind the vocals and stuff like that. It's just, this is what I was looking for. I just want to see more of this kind of thing, right? Because like I said, it's almost like a missed opportunity when we have just a really excellent bar and lyricism and stuff like that from Sewerperson, but the melody in the background just doesn't elevate it to the level it could be, right? Like, it'd be interesting to take, like, some of his other songs and remix them, like have someone else remix them and just see what they can do, because I've definitely heard a lot of remixes of songs that kind of elevate the original because the original production wasn't as good as it could have been. But I don't know, regardless, that was still really solid. I really like that one. I'm curious, I hope the next, at least a couple of the next 4 songs will have something similar. But let's check out the next one and see. All right, on to the next one, Death Knocks. Let's see what it's all about.
Oh yeah, I was on top of the boat inside the back of the smart dead side. We could burn the road inside this printer until the wheels go pop. Oh yeah, and baby, when they tell you where the cops, you get wide on side. Oh, cause I just paid the price for my life, and now I'm hearing death knock. Oh yeah, you can see my eyes on fire, but you don't know the headphone smack. Molly made me shine like my seat full of thumbtacks. Soon as I'm rich, I swear I'm putting a pink on tap. And the only time I caught is when I needed hope. But if for too long, you gotta let it go. Cause if for too long, doing this shit alone. All the pull is too strong, fuck, I'm going home. It's I've been yanking my hair out, I can't keep losing. I'm sick of walking around this place with my head down. Drugs in the penthouse, and I'm trying to abuse them. I can't be sure if I told you to touch some. Bridge being broke down, the boat's getting loose. And I won't be here when it fold up and burn. Cause I'm trying to live, girl, I'm not trying to get by. I swear I'm good on my own like a ribeye. Okay, run it back, I'm getting seared in here again. And okay, run that fade, I'm knocking beer from his chin. And I just put some on it, ain't no peer in the sword. And I just want cookie, cause I always want more. You ain't caught the side of me before I've gotten used to it. And it's just so hard, and why the fuck I always breeze through it. I don't think you realize what you dealing with, you stupid fuck. I can match your beat like 30 times, still I do it up. Oh yeah.
Interesting. See, this is back to what I was saying before, like, the beat in the background, like, if you just focus on the beat, there's not really that much complexity to it. It's very, very simple, this one, especially you compare it to the last one we listened to, like, it, I don't know, it just seems a little more basic, which, again, it's not necessarily a bad thing. It doesn't take away from the song necessarily. It just also doesn't amplify it, like I was saying. But anyways, the actual song is really interesting, though. Like, just almost like this element of giving up, it feels like, for this song. Like, just too much, right? Everything's too much at this point, and it's like I'm just gonna do drugs and give up or whatever. Like I hear death knocking at my door or whatever. Like it's interesting, and again, it's all these elements of like not necessarily driving, but like being on the road. I feel like it's like just the emotions and the feelings and the stresses and the struggles and stuff of like life on the road of a rocker or of a rap star or whatever it is, right? Like it definitely has that feeling to it overall, and it's like just the mental struggles that go along with that. And it's interesting to hear these things, but let's get into the chorus and see what else there is for the song.
I was on top of the brown and shot a back of this murk dead side. We could burn the broad inside this printer until the bills go pop. Oh yeah. And baby, when they tell you what it costs, she get wide on side. Yeah. Oh, cause I just paid the price for my life. Now I'm hearing death not.
So you have these like sustained notes of the synth organ, which we had near the end there, right? It's like, and also the voice lines. There wasn't enough done with either one. I feel like it just a missed opportunity. I feel like, but overall, it was an okay song. This is definitely on like if I was going to rank all the songs I've listened to on the album, this would definitely be in the lower half. Like it's definitely not one of my favorites, but it was okay. Like the lyricism was all right. But I'm curious. We still got 3 more, so let's keep going. On to the next one. Ceiling Fan Man. That's an interesting name. I know the next one's a music video, so I'm really looking forward to that. Let's see what this one's all about.
You're going to shoot me?
That don't make sense. Got your word on my husband to kill me?
Your husband earlier worked for me to save you.
To Jabari on the beat.
Sewer.
I made a prom that no one can solve. Watch her just pill it, cup dissolve. 10 won't even fit half of the team. I could've got you from over the screen. I got a prom, but no one to call. I hold some memories deep in these walls. Where were you, baby, when eyes were red? Where were you, baby, when eyes were mess? I did some things for the guys I know. Most what I say, girl, you should not know. Now I made some calls I never heard back. So I made a call, never call you again. Still on my strainer inside of my home. I got a closet that's full up with bones. I got a vacuum that's full up with blood. Plus I got bodies covered in mud. So young, oh, it's Mardi Gras, baby. Ceiling fans, they getting ripped out the place. It's alright, I got a new outlook lately. Sure we fight, but end of day, you my favorite. I'm gone again, I got a sock and so faded. Climb a pin, must be in his butt, I'm sedated. Macho man, I'm ready, sad when I'm angry. And where it went was nowhere I'd like to take it.
You don't have to do this.
People always say the same thing.
What did they say?
They say you don't have to do this.
You don't.
Sewer.
Take my hand and come inside. Let's get fucked up, let's get fried. I'll take yours if you take mine. I get, you get, we get high. I'll show you a perfect night. Touch up your makeup, girls don't cry. Cameras flashing, I go blind. I'll wait on you till I die.
Interesting. This one's decent. Like, again, not the most complex when it comes to the melodies and things like that, but overall, I feel like it's just fairly solid alongside the lyrics and like everything else. Like, it's a good pairing for this one. It doesn't have to be that, like, some pairings are better than others, I feel like, when it comes to like the lyricism and stuff like that, and just the way that this song is structured works well for this more simple kind of beat we've got going on here. It's decent enough, you know what I mean? Like, but again, there's probably ways that it could be improved, don't get me wrong, but it's a fairly decent comparison, right? And I think that's an old country, No Country for Old Men verse going on there, the Javier Bardem one. I could be wrong. I'd have to rewatch it. It's been a while, but it feels like it fit that vibe. But regardless, it was really interesting that he's sampling things like that, like especially for like the chorus and things like that. It's interesting. It's an interesting choice. I feel like it fits for this one. It works well. But anyway, let's get to the end of this one.
Oh, it's Mardi Gras, baby. Ceiling fans, they getting ripped out the place. It's alright, I got a make you my favorite. I'm gone again. I got a sock and so faded. Climb a pin, must be in this bite on sedated. Macho man, I'm ready, sad when I'm angry. And where it went was nowhere I like to take it.
If the rule you followed,
Woody Harrelson.
wrote to this, what use was there?
Maybe not, because Woody Harrelson's there. I don't know. But that's interesting. It's weird that he chose to do, like, Macho Man, I'm Randy Sav, instead of Randy Savage. I feel like Savage would have worked just as well in that verse. But I don't know. It's just interesting. I've never heard Randy Savage called Randy Sav. But overall, it was a solid song. Overall, it was fairly decent. But I'm excited to check out the next one because it's going to be a music video. And I've only ever seen one music video so far from Sewerperson. So I'm excited. Let's check it out. 2 songs left, and this one's a music video. No More Favors. Let's check it out.
Where's my money? That top gave me the package. He's supposed to hand me my money. Here's a jar right here, 20%. You got the jar? That's right. Get the fuck out of here, Frank. Oh, what the fuck you gonna do, Frank? Huh? What you doing? You gonna shoot me?
Nice.
In front of everybody? Huh?
So here's the message I'm sending out to Jabari on the beat.
No more favors, no more favors. I done way too much, you got some shit like I can save them. You could prove you hot before I come, I split and pay them. It's not shit on me, play that game, we bound to. No more favors, no more favors. I put a big guy on this hot toss a Florida Gator. I can't do no 50-50, bitch, I'm not a skater. Purple inside a banana with my crush look like a Laker. I just put money on top of her back, she are so deep it's breaking physics. These guys get so bitch they think we friends cause we in business. I done held my tongue like way too long, these guys for millions. Too much fake love here in this game, I think I hit my limits. Check these numbers upon the board, you not gon' see me in a scrimmage. Really as fuck, these guys they only online to guess on gas. How the fuck you not embarrassed when you crying pushing trash? If I see you right now, I promise that beat is getting bashed in. Now it's no more favors, sure my love is not gon' happen. I'll take care of myself, I couldn't take care of fucking bad friends. We used to be family, but this money got on acting. We used to be family, but that shit it turned to past tense. Okay, now I'm locked in. She asked me about geek, I said oxen. And right now, I avoid to calm down. I need more thrills, I don't even go out. My house full of blue pills. My house full of crack seals. This is surplus, you like Tylenols and Advils. Baby, you know stress kills. Now I'm trying to curb the grab. The smiley hit my head and got me spinning like a laundromat. Yeah.
This is really cool. I was told this video is pretty decent, and so far it's definitely living up to it. Like, I really like the choices made, like in terms of the cinematography and stuff like that, and just like the different environments that Sewerperson's rapping in, stuff like that, and like the distortion effect on the video in spots like this, right, where it's like, I don't know, just cutting to him in driving or in a vehicle where it's like you get the distortion effect on the video. Like, that's really cool. Like, whoever did I guess directed by Toydzy, they did an amazing job with this. Like, so far visually it's a really cool like album, or it's a really cool like visually it's a really cool music video. It's the word I'm trying to find, but it's really cool. It's really well put together, I feel like, and lyrics are really solid too. The beat's really solid too. Like, overall, this I'd say is right up there with Mosh Up? Yeah, Mosh Up. With my favorites of this album so far. And we're only halfway through this so far, or just about, so let's keep going.
We used to be family, but that shit it turned to past tense. Okay, now I'm locked in. She asked me about geek, I said oxen. And right now, I avoid to calm down. I need more thrills, I don't even go out. My house full of blue pills. My house full of crack seals. This is surplus, you like Tylenols and Advils. Baby, you know stress kills. Now I'm trying to curb the grab. The smiley hit my head and got me spinning like a laundromat. Yeah, no more favors, no more favors. I done way too much, you got some shit like I can save them. You could prove you hot before I come, I split and pay them. It's not shit on me, play that game, we bound to flame them. No more favors, no more favors. I put a big guy on this hot toss a Florida Gator. I can't do no 50-50, bitch, I'm not a skater. Purple inside a banana, what my crush look like.
So you are what you are in this world. That's either one or two things. Either you're somebody, or you're nobody. We'll be right back.
Really cool, put together, like really well put together. This entire video, like I love the black and white here in the later sections, but even like the old school CRT vibe of this and stuff like it's really well put together overall, visually, lyrically, and musically. Like this is pretty much triple threat over here. Like again, I'd say overall, this and Mosh Up are my two favorites from the album so far. We got one song left. Who knows what it'll be like? Frost on My Grave, I guess it's called. But this was really, really well put together. Like, I really like this album. Like, overall, so far, it's been solid. Even though I've griped about the melodies of the lyrics and stuff, or the melodies of some songs not being as complex as they could be, it's really solid overall. I'm really enjoying this. Like, overall, it's been a fun experience. And, again, we've got one more, but I still say Mosh Up and No More Favors, top two for me so far. We'll see if the next one will stand up there, too. I guess we'll see. Alright, here we go, the very last song of MPH. This album overall, like I said in the last section, it's been fairly solid overall. Even though I've griped about some things, there's been a lot that I've liked overall. Like, the lyricism has been on point this entire time, and I can't wait to see where this ends, how this ends. So let's get going. Frost on My Grave. Female vocals.
So here's the message I'm sending out to Jabari on the beat.
I took sound, I hit you first, I thought you missed me more. Maybe I'm way too deep, this shit, no, I'm reading it wrong, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm coming out this right inside my life, I'm losing friends. Let's see how the envy run inside these broken men. Took me a while to get where I'm at, so it's no way I'm giving it up. I took too much of the party on good, though I'm probably throwing it up. So come outside, it's cold air, it blew my high, I'm impaired. By my side, so damn clear, I'm alright, baby. Different time, different zone, where I've been, I can say. When I die, take me home, I need fries on my grave. Take me and bury me deep in the north, right with the dirt, the hardest. The top of this shit is my target, I'm dying happy just knowing I'm marked. But I'm like, maybe I needed a hint, then I'm good on my own, shit changing. You like, cameras inside of my vision like I'm going blind, just walking the stage. As soon as I get my mind right, I so brutal, I get messy. As soon as I see that red light, you wanna dress like, girl, don't tell me. Everywhere I go, everything I do, everything that happened, let me write to you. Everything they say, everything they use, it don't hurt at all, I'm so bulletproof. So where you wanna live, where you wanna move, I could buy the house, baby, I'll take care of you. I know it's word of mouth, but words is what I use. It's my fucking job, and I'm good at what I do. So come outside, it's cold air, it blew my high, I'm impaired. By my side, so damn clear, I'm alright, baby. Different time, different zone, where I've been, I can say. When I die, take me home, I need fries on my grave. So come outside, it's cold air, it blew my high, I'm impaired. By my side, so damn clear, I'm alright, baby. Different time, different zone, where I've been, I can say. When I die, take me home, I need fries on my grave.
Interesting vocal lines there in the background, like, because a lot of the time in this album they've used like different voice lines in the background, but they haven't really been pronounced enough to really comprehend what's being said, or even really I don't know, it just feels like it's a missed opportunity. Like, if they were used a little bit stronger, it could have been more impactful, but they're just kind of like there as an extra kind of sound in the background. But overall, like, this song was okay. Like, it definitely got, again, it's not on the top of my list. I did like the idea of Frost on My Grave. Like, as a Canadian, I grew up here as well, so it's like the idea of like traveling everywhere, but when I die, Frost on my grave, because you want to be back where you kind of grew up and stuff like that. Like, that is a good message. I like that overall, but that song in particular just didn't have that much complexity to it. Again, like, Jabari on the beat really likes his individual like percussion, like bass beats, like the boom, 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 and also like the kind of fairly basic drum kit drums, which again, not that these things are necessarily bad on their own. There was elements and parts of the songs where they were used really well, like again, No Favors and Mosh Up, like those were both incredible. Many of the other songs were good as well. I did like many of the songs in this album. Like overall, I'd say there's only maybe like one or two that I really wasn't the biggest fan of, and I mentioned that I wasn't the biggest fan of them. But overall, like this was a solid album, and the fact that Sewerperson puts out so many albums so often and is able to put out stuff like this, like at this quality, it's really impressive. Like, so you can't really knock like when not every song is like a 10 out of 10 hit, when many of them are just like 7s or 8s. When you put out so much, you're gonna have some good ones in there, right? Like there's gonna be some that stand above the others and some that kind of fall beneath. Like, and it'd be hard for anyone to kind of keep up consistency and like quality with that many songs all the time, right? But there was still a lot of really good tracks here for sure. Like I really enjoyed many of these, and I had a lot of fun listening to this overall because the lyricism was incredible overall. I really liked them, all the lyrics and all the songs. Like some were better than others, like I said, but by and large, I did enjoy myself here. It was fun. And again, thank you all for hanging out because it's been another long one, but it was enjoyable. I hope you enjoyed it too. But until next time, later days, folks.